Hazem Abu Najib owns this shop in Jerusalem. His family have lived in the city for generations. They witnessed the fall of the Ottoman Empire, the British Mandate, Jordanian rule and Israeli occupation. And recently, the recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital by US President Donald Trump and his decision to move the US embassy there. For Abu Najib, that meant Israel's occupation had entered a new phase.
Nothing has changed in our daily life, but now we are under more pressure from the Israeli army because they have more authority. Now, Israel has imposed more taxes and forced evictions on Palestinians to empty the city for themselves.
The UN General Assembly rejected Trump's decision. Out of 128 members, only 9 states supported the move, including the US and Israel. Palestinian analyst Halil Tufekci has followed the Israeli-Palestinian conflict for years. He believes the chances of a Palestinian state being established with East Jerusalem as its capital are disappearing.
The U.S. gives full legitimacy to settlement within the city of Jerusalem, and on this basis they have removed the issue of Jerusalem from future negotiations. With the apartheid wall and establishing infrastructure linking West and East Jerusalem, the establishment of East Jerusalem as the capital of the state of Palestine becomes impossible.
Trump's decision sparked many protests across the West Bank, East Jerusalem and Gaza. Despite those continued protests and international rejection, Trump moved its embassy from Tel Aviv to here, Jerusalem. Also, more countries followed the US lead. Guatemala has moved its embassy to Jerusalem, and several countries are considering to doing the same, such as Brazil, Honduras and Czech Republic. Stephen Klein works as an editor for Haaretz newspaper. He says the decision is only good for Israelis who support Trump.
On a practical level, it changes nothing. Israelis are not visiting Jerusalem in any greater numbers. Israelis who need to go consular services for the United States don't go to Jerusalem necessarily. If they've been going to Tel Aviv, they can continue going to Tel Aviv. Like for me, if I renew my passport, I'll do it in Tel Aviv.
Following the embassy move, Israel has expanded its settlements in Jerusalem and the West Bank. The international spokesman for the Jewish community in Hebron, Yishai Fleischer, believes the West Bank belongs to Jews.
There's a lot of people that want to use many different tactics to want to get the Jewish people off this land. One of the new ways to do it is through lawfare and through claiming that international law says this or that. The fact is, this is our historic homeland. Even the international community recognized it's ours, and of course that's why we're building. And you can see behind me we are building, and we are having babies, and we're moving into this land.
But for Palestinians, such expansion is fueling fears that their households and their families will continue to be forced out. Fatih was TRT World, occupied East Jerusalem.